Look, a full face cam, you guys. No. I was saying no to my other monitor. All right, what's up, everybody? It is Friday. And I have the Friday feeling. I have the Friday vibe for sure, which is weird because I usually don't get it. I don't have a 9 to 5 job, and yeah, sometimes that feeling just doesn't exist anymore, which kind of sucks. I hate it. But today I really have it. And I realized the other day that I have not taken one day off in over a month. So that's got to change pretty soon. Insufferable Scotsman, thank you for the 1 month sub. And Sokedo. It's going to be all right. Thank you for the sub. All right, so day off. Yeah, dude, I was wondering why I've been so stressed out. So I am excited though, because I have my coffee. I'll tell you what I put in my coffee. This webcam, I might end up killing it. Anyways, I made my own coconut milk, which you guys have no idea how easy it is. Super easy. And I stopped drinking, I stopped putting sugar in my coffee. Wow. It's been 3 months since I put sugar in my coffee, which was a real challenge. So without that, I drink really dense, bitter coffee. It was really hard to switch. So now I've been putting in like coconut milk or almond milk, which makes it easier to drink without the sugar. But if I'm having an espresso, then just all black. It's very hard to make the switch, but Dorain, 420, what's up? Thank you for the 2 month sub. I'm having a snazzy day, or night. Well, it's like 8 p.m. here. And that is the head of a transformer behind me. Try butter in your coffee. Making almond milk is fun too. Yeah, I switch between almond milk and coconut milk. I could not get down with oat milk. That shit was disgusting. And butter and coffee. All right, so I read about butter and coffee. It's become a huge trend lately. I think also because of the keto diet. A lot of people do the keto diet, so it's a high-fat diet. And I tried it once, probably over a year ago, with grass-fed butter, the way you're supposed to. And I thought it was disgusting, so I never tried it again. And then recently I was making ghee, my own ghee, homemade. And yeah, they call it bulletproof coffee. That's right. Yeah. Bulletproof coffee is basically butter in your coffee. So I made homemade ghee, which has a completely different flavor and smell than butter. And I was like, oh, it has a very caramely scent, especially when you make it homemade. So I said, oh, I'll try it one more time. That time it was good. I'm not gonna lie. It was so good, but it's never something I would drink every day. It's like a dessert, really. You've been on keto, but you've been craving pizza. That sucks. I feel your pain. I have not eaten bread, crackers, pasta, anything with yeast in it for over a month now. And I did it because I was getting sick. and I go to this natural doctor, holistic doctor, and she just said, why don't you try eliminating a few things? And those were her suggestions. So I eliminated that stuff, and it sucked. And now I have had starch though. Like I can eat rice. It's almost, she basically more or less put me on gluten-free, which I could never do for all of my life. But I figured, okay, I've gotten this far and I'm about to travel. So why not just wait it out? And that way, when I finally eat bread, bread is my favorite thing. I can't choose between bread and corn tortillas, but it's so hard not to eat bread. So when I finally have bread and when I finally have pasta, it's going to be like gold. So I'll be pretty excited. So I feel your pain. It's not a mask, that thing. It's Optimus Prime, and I got it in Mexico. It's actually a piggy bank, like those old school ones. So when you fill it up, you're supposed to break it, but I didn't want to break it. And one summer, I just put all of my change in there, or before the summer, like so all year until the summer, and then I just shook it all out. Yeah, bulletproof coffee is expensive if you buy it somewhere, but I hardly ever drink coffee outside of my house. I think it's terrible usually. I don't like the way a lot of places do coffee here. It's very fruity. I don't like that. I like more chocolatey, bitter coffee. I've tried all the breads, man. German bread. Russian bread. Russian bread. There is sorry, I'm scrolling back through. There's a Domino's pizza in Italy. I don't believe that. There's no way. Come on. You're trolling me, man. Ice cream and coffee is pretty good too. Can't lie about that. Yeah, that poop coffee thing. I saw a meme about that. I never took the time to go do real research because I don't give a shit. And I will never drink pooped out coffee. I don't know. Yeah, there was a Russian bread I had in Russia, of course. It's like that dark brown bread. A lot of cultures have a very similar bread. It's a really dark brown bread, but then I feel like they bake it or something. It's like a toast, but it's super, super crunchy. It's not like a toast you would put in your toaster. And then they just slather it in butter and garlic. And then they eat that with vodka. It was so good. Have I ever tried making my own bread? I did with my dad a couple of times, yeah. It is something I would love to get back into, but with non-industrial or non-commercial ovens, like the ovens that most people have in their home, they just don't get hot enough, I don't think. There's a Domino's in Milan. Wow. Domino's and Starbucks. What's happening to you guys? Do I play PUBG? No, I don't. I just started streaming on Twitch a few months ago, and I kept it kind of low key. I didn't announce it anywhere because I was just getting used to the platform. So when I first started, I was playing Resident Evil 2, the remake, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and some League of Legends. And then I picked up Mortal Kombat, the new one, last week, which is super fun. Super, super fun. I love it. I do not know Russian, but I've traveled all over Russia. Basically, every major city except St. Petersburg, which is kind of a bummer. So I definitely have a reason to go back. I actually like the bitterness in coffee, so I wouldn't want it removed. I don't like the fruitiness in a lot of coffee that is super popular in America. Um, and I was actually last time I was in Paris, I was in a cafe, and this is the thing you have to know about me. This is how much I love coffee. When I first go to a city, one of the first things I do is look for the closest coffee shop, because hotel coffee is 90% of the time terrible unless you're in Italy. And I look for record stores. So that's normally when I travel and I don't have a lot of time in a place. That way I know like the next morning I can be solid and have a good coffee. But that's the great thing about being in a lot of big European cities, is that basically any coffee shop you go into, you can get a real espresso. It doesn't just have to be Italy. And one of the last times I was in Paris, I ordered an espresso, and in my very poor, in my best French, I guess I should say. So the guy behind the counter, who was probably the manager, obviously spotted that I was American, and he came out when I finished, and he was like, "Oh, how did you like it?" And I was like, it was okay." And he said, "Oh, because I'm trying a new thing in Paris, which is more American style espresso, because I know Americans have a different palate." And I was like, "Yeah, they do, but I actually prefer normal espresso." Consumerism. Do I like Mexican pastries like empanadas? I do like empanadas. I thought they were more Salvadorian, but maybe I think there's different variations. But yes, I do. But I prefer everything corn for the most part. So I prefer tamales over empanadas or enchiladas. Mm. What just happened? No, you guys. So I'm on my. That is weird. That's never happened to me before. Well, that's annoying. So, I need to scroll back through the chat. I have my OBS open here, and then I have on another monitor my chat windows, and it just completely went blank. So now I'm scrolling through the chat within OBS, which threw me off a little bit. So, plans to play in Brazil again. I would go back to Brazil in a heartbeat. It just depends if, a promoter brings me out there again. All right, you guys. So this is the first day I've done like the full face cam thing. So I'm sorry I forgot to put up the alerts and sounds. So we got a new host that I missed about 12 minutes ago. Hollywood285. Thank you for the host. Welcome everybody. And Ethan Williams 2021. Thank you for the sub. And what's up, Leffy? Good to see you in here. So now I'll go back to my chat. You just recently started drinking coffee and you're getting used to it. Go back. Don't come to the dark side. I know a few people that don't drink coffee, and I'm actually really envious of them. I hate when the chat... I'm trying to scroll back to look at your questions, but it's not letting me go back that much further. Boom. What a bummer. So, sorry I missed a bunch of stuff because the screen went blank. What's up, Shubat? My teeth are so white. What kind of witchcraft do you use? It's called having overexposed lighting. Well, more so webcam, because I'm not using a real camera. So, teeth. My teeth aren't that white, trust me. I am also really good at brushing my teeth twice a day. Fennec, where have you been? I haven't seen you in forever. I'm doing all right. What is my most prized record? Oof. That's impossible to answer. Impossible to answer. I was actually at a flea market a few months back, and I spent a lot of time going through all these records I was looking at, and I have like a system, my own system for when I'm shopping, and at the end I went to the guy and I said, hey, look, like this group of records, they're super scratched up, and his records were really overpriced. And I asked him, like, can you give me a discount on some of these? And he straight up says, you're questioning my records? How dare you? And so I just I had over 100 records, and I just went, that's okay if you don't want my money. There's your records back. And you could see, and it pissed me off though, because I spent over an hour just like digging for stuff. And then all these people around me saw it happen. They're like, oh. So I think he kind of relies on people that are more casual collectors and don't care so much, where they're just going to buy one thing and they don't care. Like I've opened so many vinyls, I can't tell you, where the record inside is not the actual record that you think you're buying. So now I know, and I remind myself constantly to check before buying stuff that is used. All right, so I have been to Chile. I would love to go back. It was beautiful. And sorry, guys, this is kind of annoying that it's not letting me scroll back more. So I'm going to try and refresh my other chat window, which it's self-refreshing. It's auto-refreshing. It's kind of annoying. I've been all over, well, not all over Mexico. I've been to a few places, Mexico City, Monterrey, Guadalajara. I was just in Guadalajara in December. Tijuana, obviously. Still discussing weekend vices. I do watch other Twitch streamers, and I've been watching this guy Hitch. Shout out to Hitch, by the way, because I really like the stuff he's doing. He's a hitchhiker. And I hit him up to ask him some questions about doing in real life outdoor streaming, because he's all over the place, and he answered me and gave me some really helpful tips. So shout out to Hitch. Check out his channel if you guys haven't. And I saw somebody, just a blip because the chat was scrolling too fast for me, but I saw somebody ask something about YouTube versus Twitch. Well, Right now I'm just streaming on Twitch. I'm sure eventually I will put some videos on YouTube after the fact, after I've streamed. Hi, Sasha. So I came to Twitch and tried to find you in the search after a friend told me about you here, and all I find is trash. Your profile isn't even listed. Quite weird. Okay, so I think this might be because my name, as of 3 days ago, was Sasha Gray Streams, because somebody was squatting on my profile on my name, Sasha Gray. So Twitch gave me my name, so now I have my name. It's only been 2 or 3 days. So I think it's probably not coming out in the search because the system is probably still refreshing it. And I noticed that too when I posted on Twitter today, because it's not showing my profile picture. It's still showing the old avatar. So hopefully that will be fixed soon. Brush 6 times to get deep into the enamel. Ouch. Oh, that guy, you said something about doing YouTube videos. Yeah, my manager told me about that. I'm just not ready for that yet, but for sure, she's reaching out to people and people are reaching out to her. So if we ever need you, she will definitely reach out, and thank you for getting in touch for sure. And I've been to Thailand. I was in Bangkok and Pattaya. So only 2 cities. I was there shooting a TV show for G4 TV, which was super fun. That was a long time ago, though. Sasha the Haggler. That's right, man. Don't mess with me and my records. All right. Pimo. Look at all those gifted subs. Dude, I'm sorry I don't have the alerts on here yet. This is the first day I'm doing the full cam. Let me see what's up if I can just add them real quick. Alerts, alerts, alerts. Browser. Boom. Where is it? Oh, yeah. Why is it so big? Why is it so big? Boom. I don't know if I made a shout command. Ah, sorry. I don't know if I made a shout command yet. All right. Hope that works. Alerts are in, and one more. Let me do my top bar. Boom. And that's too small. What? Doop. Doop, 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 doop. Okay. All right, Pimo. Thank you for all those subs that you just gifted. I'm sure everybody loves the love. And Andy Mix 995, thank you for the sub. Sky King, what's up? Good to see you in here. What's good in the hood? This coffee's good. I know that. And Sokado. Check out Chapo on Twitch and get on Upside El Chapo and get their stream. Surely they would love to have you. I will check that out later for sure. All right, so let me see what's going on with my chat windows. So that's really weird. So usually when I Usually when I'm stream, I put my chat window on this other monitor, and for some reason it just decided to go blank, so that's kind of annoying. I'm gonna have to reset it. All right. Aster Micron and Such Citro. What's up, you guys? Thank you for the subs. And boom. Boom. Give me my. It just logged me out. That is so annoying. Tokens. All right, so let me tell you guys something. I hate this fucking webcam. That's one thing. That's one thing for sure. Give me a second while I pop this chat out. Pop that chat out. Pop that chat out. Pop that chat out. Boom. Boom. Give it to me. There it goes. And there it goes. Give me my stream health. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. There we go. Much better. Boom. So I probably missed a lot of questions because of this. I know what happened. I had my chat windows ready to go, and I was already logged in onto this computer, and then I did some refreshing and resetting my password on my second computer. So it probably just took a minute, and realized now that it needed to sign me out. I just played in New York on Monday, actually. It was awesome. It was super chill. It was a pool party. It was almost raining. How was the set in New York? Yeah, it was really cool. It was super chill. They were a little worried because it was raining basically the entire week before. It was raining the night before, and the forecast said it was going to rain again, and they were like, we might have to cancel, but there's already people there, and that would have been messed up for them. And I said, let's just do it. Let's try. So it was actually really cool. Played house, deep house, some tech house. It was fun. And I keep using the wrong mouse, so Van Halter Krieger Sokado. Boom, boom. Booker podcast recommendations. Berlin Stories is a book I really like by Christopher Isherwood. And Andy Mix 995, what's up? How's it going? Podcasts? I need to get into podcasts more. I used to have a podcast. I don't do it anymore. What is a podcast? I will tell you one. A meditation podcasts are good. I really do like meditation podcasts. Tanis. Tanis is a good one. That one I would recommend. All right, now that my chat's back. I'm not working on a new book, but I am writing something. Top secret. Will I play Assassin's Creed again? I really like that game. It's super chill. I'll definitely go back to it at some point. I was in Guadalajara in December for Phil, so I don't think they'll bring me back this year since I was there last year, and I don't have a book coming out this year in Latin America. I have played D&D, yes. All right, now I'm scrolling back a little bit. I have a YouTube channel. It's my name, @Sasha Gray. I don't really use it that much. Favorite hockey team? Blackhawks. Yeah, I don't really use YouTube that much. I have a few things on it, and I'm sure eventually once I've been streaming for a little bit, I'll put my videos over on YouTube as well. Ooh, it's going fast. All right. There we go. How about singing here? Well, I'm not really a singer, guys. I do vocals. But here's the thing. I do get asked a lot about music on the channel. And for DJing, it's just impossible because there's copyright issues. And I have too much visibility to take that chance, and I understand it and respect it as an artist myself. Secondly, singing or doing vocals, it's really personal for me. So I understand some people really like being on Twitch or being online and showing themselves doing that. But for me, it has to come from an extremely either emotional or reactive place. And I have to get in a very certain frame of mind to be able to do that. So it just would not work for me. It would completely throw me off. And the few times I have performed singing live, it's such a different mentality. And again, you're on a stage with the band and the audience is there. So you still feel, because I've been on stage, I understand the feeling and I know what to expect. I still kind of feel far removed, if that makes any sense, because the audience part doesn't necessarily freak me out. But to do it on a live stream, I don't know. I think it would take, for me, the spirit away from why I like doing vocals and why I like performing. It's far too personal for me. But who knows? Maybe that would change in the future. But maybe, at some point I could upload videos after the fact and I wouldn't overthink it so much. Gonna play in Cali anytime soon. Well, I'm gonna be taking off pretty soon. So I would ideally really like to start my own night in LA. And that's an idea I've been marinating on and trying to figure out how to accomplish that and put that into motion. Boom needs to be sampled for when you get a new sub or something. What do you mean boom needs to be sampled? Please elaborate. I do have alerts for those, but as I was saying, this is the first day I've done a full cam because usually I'm in game. So my alerts weren't actually on. Now they're on, so we should be getting everything. I didn't record my set in New York because I forgot my device to record it. But I am going to record a couple sets here, and I'll post those pretty soon. Actually, I'm doing a few mixes for a radio station in Colombia and a radio station in Argentina. Oh, I would love to go back to the Philippines too. Manila was super cool. I don't know. I'll have to check out Sam Harris. So you can find guided meditations on CD. You can find them on SoundCloud. You can find them for free as podcasts. There's so many different mediums in which you can find guided meditations. And once you get to a certain point and you get used to it, then you can progress and actually just either you don't need anything, or you can also just use different sound frequencies without the voice of somebody guiding you. Oh, hello, said Duke Nukem. Recipe for coconut milk. It's so freaking easy. You have no idea. You put some filtered water in a pot and you heat it up, but don't boil it. And then you do about 1.5 cups of shredded coconut. I like the shredded better than the chips, and make sure it doesn't have like any sugar or any additives inside. And then you put that in a blender pour the hot water over it. Blend for a couple minutes, and then I have something called a nut bag. Yes, it's called a nut bag. You can buy it online. It's super cheap, and you just filter it through that, squeeze out, boom, put it in a container. Super good. Am I using Tractor? No, I started on vinyl, then I switched to Serato, and then I switched to Record Box, which I'm currently using. So Record Box with USB keys, and I fucking hate Record Box. I'm never happy with it. So I'm actually thinking of going back to Serato. Also because with the USB keys and just the way the file formats are set up, it's really annoying, and it's nice to have the computer right there. It's much larger. When I have an idea of something, I'm like, oh, what I want to get that song. I don't have to remember where it is and what folder it is. So I've seriously been thinking about going back to that, even though it makes life so much easier not having to lug around a laptop to a gig. A lot less risk. How do you write your music? Usually everything for me is full circle. It's usually writing lyrics first. So for me, it's always in the words first. And sometimes I will pen them out, and sometimes I will just record myself, and I'll find a little idea, and then I run with that, and I kind of repeat it, and then it grows from there. Felix, awesome. You can probably send me a message here. Hope you had fun in New York. I hear that you're out in Ibiza each year. Have I been DJing as well now and then? I'm not in Ibiza every year. I've been there a couple times. I played there. I played at Heart before. Let's see. I really like DJing. For me, I like the feeling of being able to create a mood and create an energy. So being behind the decks and kind of watching everybody and see those changes happen throughout the night, for me, that's really enjoyable. And I love music. Do you ever watch ASMR videos? I hear that it's good to relax, but it seems erotic. Don't you think? I do. They usually do seem very erotic, yes. But they are very... I have kind of a love-hate. Sometimes they're cool and relaxing, and then other times it's like nails on a chalkboard. I do not speak Spanish, but right now my chat is multilingual because I have some super awesome mods who speak multiple languages. So I would like to keep it open as long as I can. I actually was speaking with Twitch and they were a little bit concerned about that. So it might be something I will have to change in the future if it gets out of hand. But right now, we seem to manage it kind of okay. Does it depend on a venue, small club versus stadium? Definitely, there's a big difference between DJing a small club versus a stadium. They both give different things. They're both fun. I think smaller venues are more organic, meaning you don't really have to plan your idea or plan your night. I mean, I always, before any set, I always try and get new music to add to my collections. But it's not like you have to make a list, a set list, like a band creates their set list. It's a little bit more, organic is the best way to put it. You can improvise a little bit more. You can play a little bit more, but usually you're playing stuff all in the same realm, whereas festivals, you can kind of, I don't want to say you could switch genres so much, but maybe a little bit, but you definitely have to plan more. Veteran Gamer TV just subbed. What's up? Thank you for the sub. There we go. Those alerts are working now. I don't like where it's at, though, but let's move it back. Yeah, I'll have to test that a little bit more later. I've not played Minecraft. How do you feel about the end of Game of Thrones? We're still talking about that? Why did the chat scroll so fast? But scrolling back, you guys. All right, it did it. Well, this time it didn't. It's not letting me scroll back to where I was, which is kind of annoying. But that's good. You guys are liking the chat. Yes, I was in Manila, but it was a while ago. It was 2000. It's been, oh wow, it's been a long time. Oh my goodness. It's 2014. Ah! I have to go back. And I was in Lima, Peru in 2016. I would love to go back because I really didn't get to see much. But I did get some cool textiles there. And had some of the best food in my life. All right. Yes, I like Russian writers. Chekhov, yes. All right. Will I play any other computer games other than League? Probably eventually. But gaming on the computer is definitely new for me, so one thing at a time. I cheat using sensory deprivation tanks and then, wow. Whoa, where do you get a sensory deprivation tank? You have one in your house? Or you just go in the bath like in, oh, what is that? Stranger Things. Oh man, what a trip. When they put her in the kiddie pool, blindfold her, and they try to recreate, they try to bring her to the upside down. That's freaking insane. Do I like chill music? Of course I do. I really like this guy. He's actually from LA, called Channel Trez. He's pretty dope. What made me think to come to Twitch? I've been lurking Twitch for a long time now, and I have a lot of friends who for years and years have been telling me to do live streaming, and I just never got around to it and finally decided to. Would I ever do any John Carpenter stuff? You mean music or movies? Because I like both of his stuff. I don't play trap music, no. Perdosi, thank you for the sub. What's up? And Golova Bullet. I don't play trap. Why? I will tell you why. So I've been DJing for a long time now, and in the beginning I was playing all sorts of different music. This webcam is not focusing and it's really annoying me. There we go. I was playing a lot of different genres, and finally, after doing that a lot, I decided that I would rather have my own identity instead of always playing what's hot. So right now, trap is hot. Like, I'm not just going to follow the trend of trap because that's what everybody else is playing. So maybe I'll lose certain opportunities, but at the same time, I'm not making that music. I'm not playing it. I think at a certain point, it was important for me to just decide, like, what do I want? Not what am I supposed to do for you and for other people. It's, I want to be known for this, so book me for this. All the mods are awesome, even if they only speak English. Why chat? There we go. Okay. I just saw Stream Elements came out with the new Spotify integration, so I gotta hit up my guy there and see how real that is. I've played several different consoles. I haven't had an Xbox in years because the last one I had it lasted for about a year and a half and then died. So it pissed me off. And then now I'm on PS4 and my laptop as well. What's up, Anonymous? Do small venues have better audio than stadiums? Oh, wow. It's all relative. Thoughts on digital vinyl system? I have no idea what that means. You mean those weird like Bluetooth turntables? No. My thought is no, if that's what you're talking about. Ah! Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Oh yeah. The end of Game of Thrones. Look, yeah, it was not good. Okay. But I didn't lose my mind over it. I've watched a lot of series and I've seen endings that were a lot worse than that. And you kind of felt it going that way anyways, like no matter what they did, people were going to be disappointed. And I just think it was such a huge show, it's impossible to please everybody. But it was weird. It was definitely weird. Not a good weird. Do I like some sport? I like judo. I used to watch a lot of football, and to be serious, I used to watch a lot of football. NFL, American football, not football. Do I get down to some trap in the club, in the strip club? Yes, for sure. Let me get somebody's asking where can you find my music? Give me my chat. Here you can find original stuff, but I've done a lot of collabs, so anything I've done with bands, you have to scroll to the bottom of Spotify because that's how they do. And then my DJ mixes you can find there. So there's commands for those kind of things. Big cities have float tanks. In Chicago, there's a dozen places you can pay $75 for an hour in the tank. I've seen those, but I don't think I would ever think about leaving my house to go. Because they're always in places that I don't like malls. Going to a mall, for me, is stressful. I don't want to go to a mall to find a place to relax. If that makes sense. What up, Ireland? Yes, most controllers work on PC. I did know. You can rent them. Cool. I didn't know you could rent them. I don't like cigarettes at all. Yasos. Okay. Would I like to travel through Latin America or a specific country? I've been to a few places in Latin America. I would definitely like to go back because when I go, it's usually to DJ or for book promo, and they're very quick visits. Yes, Twitch helped me get my name because it is mine after all, and somebody was just squatting on it. Yes, I go back to Sacramento a couple times a year to see my family. High fives. Excuse me. If you put effort into what you love, it has a higher chance of leading the next trend rather than following. That's the thing. Or just maintain some peace of mind. I'd definitely be into renting a float lab, but I just would not. Now you guys actually do have me curious because anytime I've seen these things, they're in terrible places that are not relaxing to me. So if I could put music in the background, that would be cool. Yes, it would be cool. And I'm thinking of ways to do that, but I don't want my channel to get muted for people that aren't seeing the stream live. You know what I mean? But again, I just mentioned I saw something on Stream Elements that they have a new Spotify integration. So if that's true, could be cool. Why do you always seem a little sad? It's called resting stoned face. Not sad, bro. Not sad. My dream car is my 1968 Cadillac Coupe de Ville, which I have. But dream cars aren't all, you think they're going to be, especially when they're old. They become a burden. You could always build your own PC. It's a cool experience and easier than you might think. Yes. I have a lot of very close friends, and before my dad died, he was really into building his own computers too. I was actually really always into new technology. I think if I stick around on Twitch and I do more PC gaming, I will definitely have to at a certain point. But right now I'm using a PC laptop and then just a Mac for the chat, which is good enough for now. I feel you, Optimus Prime. I did not get chatty yet. I need to. I have so many things on my plate right now. I have never-ending lists, feels like. My favorite game when I was little? Probably Mortal Kombat was definitely one of them. Super Mario Brothers, definitely one of them. I've been to Odessa and Kiev in Ukraine, yes. When I think of trap, do you mean hip hop or EDM? No, hip hop. But I would not consider trap hip hop, sorry. I'm too old school. It actually kind of freaks me out when people, all right, veteran gamer, I'll check your stream out later. It actually freaks me out a little bit when people speak like this and they're constantly smiling like this when they talk. It's just very weird to me. How many cartwheels can I do? 0. I used to be able to do so many. That's what happens when you're not a kid anymore. And actually, I have a really messed up shoulder. And for over 2 years, I was not able to even do a push-up, lift anything, doctor's orders. And now I'm finally able to add weights. And yeah, I've been thinking about that during this period. I'm like, man, I can't even do a cartwheel anymore. That's sad. The White Walkers were so relatable. uh, yes, the Death in Vegas stuff was super cool. Glad you guys liked it. Favorite song of the Beatles? That's a trick question. Swagatha Christie. That's I appreciate that name. That's pretty hilarious. Thank you for the sub. Of course, everybody's been to the Shady Lady. Muscle cars, sports cars. Thanks. Losing a parent is the worst. I'm still learning. I mean, I'm still getting used to Mortal Kombat because I only played it a couple times. And I mean, it's cool because you can bring up the menu so you can learn, all right, I like these moves the best for each player. But actually memorizing them, no, I have not got that far. Peruvian food is super good, yes. I just played League the other day, and yes, I will play again. My mom sleeps with her mouth open. Is that weird? Why are you watching your mom sleep, bro? Maybe she has some sinus issues. Creepy Sasha ASMR. I'm here for that. That would be kind of hilarious, actually. Cantankerously. Thank you for the sub. Rotator cuff. It's a really bizarre thing. They can't quite figure it out. I have a cyst inside, and then I have hyperactive nerves. So it's like going through the neck, through the shoulder, down the arm, into the fingers, and in the back, upper back. So, really shitty. I do not have tattoos. Parliament Funkadelic, one of my all-time favorite bands. Probably the band I've seen the most. Photovator, thank you. Thank you for the sub. And Frankie's, thank you for the sub. No. Scroll back. Scroll back. You were in Khabarovsk. That place was crazy. A typical weekend for me, well, I don't know if you heard at the beginning of the stream, but I realized the other day I've not had a day off in over a month. So it really depends what I'm doing in my life, and so sometimes weekends don't feel like weekends for me. I can speak one language, unfortunately. Raito FX, thank you for the resub. Swagata, what's up? Yes, Twitch is new for me. Out of focus again? It's because these cameras suck. Being a parent and losing a child is bad too. Yeah, I could not even fathom that. All of my friends who have kids, they all tell me that would be their worst fear. But yeah, losing anybody close to you is terrible, but I think that's something that nobody can be prepared for. I'm actually just scrolling. It's not delayed. It's that the chat was going kind of fast, so I'm delayed. You guys aren't. And there is a slow mode on, but it's not that slow. I'm sure I will play Temple again. They always bring me back. My shoulder problem started over 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. And it's really debilitating. Really, really debilitating. Whoa, you had something similar, Scotsman. Damn. Yeah, and the cyst is so small and in such a strange place they can't. It's there's no point in operating it. Future chat and muscle imbalances. You guys, this dude is saved. He's real. I jokingly he saved my life, but not really. But just when you are unable to do something because you're injured or because of an impingement, it just sucks, especially when you're an active person, and it is really debilitating. And I was just instructed in the beginning I couldn't do anything. They just said, like, you have to stop exercising your upper body. And then finally, when I was able to rehab, it was just bands, excuse me. And it was so boring. And then I kept thinking, like, man, this doesn't seem right. Like, you're talking, whoever left that comment about imbalances, like, these things just don't feel right. And I don't feel like I'm getting strong in the right places. So I was actually going on and I was finding anatomy charts and saying, okay, this is all connected to here. How can I do this better? And how can I, there goes the focus again. How can I improve this? So I did that. I made like all of my own, I basically created my own exercise. And then I was looking at different parts of the anatomy and I said, okay, I probably need to strengthen this part too. And I just typed in online, like, how to strengthen this. And I don't remember what it was specifically. And I found this channel. This guy, he has this channel called Athlean X. And it's more, I have to say, it is definitely more for men's bodies. But a lot of the stuff I found for the shoulder changed the game for me. So, saved my mind. Mother Russia. Another high five. It is an Optimus Prime piggy bank, yes. La de Kalina. Happy almost birthday, Brian. Thanks for always being active since the beginning. I am doing face pulls. You know it. I was so excited when I could upgrade to weight. You have no idea. I was just doing bands forever. It was driving me insane. But yep, those face pulls are amazing. He helped you with your back. It's amazing, huh? I really like the way, and he's not douchey, he's not annoying. I like the way he speaks. I like that he's actually giving you the science behind it. He's not just asking you to believe everything he says. J.K. Willia, thanks for the sub, man. I am going to do a late barbecue tonight, actually. Jeff Cavalier, yes, that's his name. What was my role in Saints Row 3? I did the voice of Viola. I did not do the motion capture, though. But what's funny is a friend of mine did the motion capture, and we both came onto the project not knowing that we were both involved until midway through, which is kind of funny. First cheerleading championship. Anything to focus so you can forget what's happening around you. Well, I think the more you do things in public, you'll get used to it a lot more. So I feel like just the experience alone is going to be worth it, and you have to try and remember that. But also give yourself a few minutes, if possible, to relax before, and maybe put some headphones on and some music that you like to kind of get yourself focused and in the zone. I am not Russian, no, but I have been all over Russia. I don't hate going outside. I hate going to places such as malls or airports. Like, those are stressful places. Those are not places that I look forward to going to. I am really thirsty because I'm drinking coffee. This is my second coffee today, you guys. Not a lot of people answered the question. Fridays, I have 2 coffees. That's my vice. I used to drink a lot of coffee, every single day, and I cut back. But now I decided, you know what, Fridays, I'm gonna live life dangerously. I'm gonna have 2. On your followed list, my channel is right below Bob Ross, and that makes you laugh. That is super awesome. Happy trees. What happened to the China Test Girls movie? Good question. No idea. I love Frankie, though, and I really love what he does as a filmmaker, but, you know, it is not easy to make small movies. Why is chat not in English only? I decided when I first signed up for Twitch, the concept of moderators and all of that was so new to me. I didn't know exactly how it was supposed to work. And then I started speaking to people like First Oni. He was, I think, my first mod, actually. And S. Megers, and they joined as mods. And I realized, look, I've been all over the world. Excuse me. And I know I have fans from all over the world. I don't want to limit the chat to English only, as long as I can. Again, like I said, I spoke to Twitch and they said it might become a problem in the future. But right now, you know, I have mods that speak other languages. So I think it's cool to keep it open. Why not? Everyone made a point of going to the local mall as a teenager because there was nothing else to do. It's that or the movies. Da, 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 da. It drinks. It drinks. Ugh, can't. Painting stream soon. Bonus points if you wear Bob Ross afro. What coffee do you like? Do I like? My best friend got me a coffee, and I love it so much that I started ordering it online. It's from Santa Cruz, I think. I mean, the beans aren't from Santa Cruz, but the roaster is. You think there's a difference between the mall and an airport? There's definitely a difference, but for me, they're both stressful. It feels bad to drink 1 cup of coffee. Why? Because you want more, or it makes you feel like crap? I just played League of Legends the other day. But yes, I will definitely play again. You like coffee, but it makes you nervous. Yeah, I mean, there's stuff that I don't like either because it makes me feel jittery. So I avoid it. That's why I like this coffee, though. Actually, I never feel like a caffeine crash from it. Do I feel like people are just here because of my following career? I think, just following my career. I'm sure that a lot of people are here because of that, but that doesn't bother me. Well, other people, the thing is about English only chat, that's kind of the norm for Twitch. So I think most people just default to that, but a lot of people also haven't traveled and toured and met fans around the world like I have either. So I think I'm in a little bit of a different position where I'm lucky enough to have moderators who do speak other languages. So not everybody probably gets that opportunity. So for that, I'm very fortunate. So you have to remember that moderators, finding moderators for different streamers could be a different or a more difficult task. One to two small beers a day to one energy drink a day. Probably, I guess it depends what kind of energy drink, but it's probably better to switch to that. I've never seen Fish live. There was a shit ton to do as a teenager. Road trips. I don't know who's taking you on road trips. Not for me, though. The pool. Yeah, I guess we would go to the pool. That's true. In the summer. The beans of this from this coffee, they're mixed. I don't remember from where, but I will try and look for my next stream. Yes, I've been to Detroit. So therefore I've been to Michigan. I played Movement Detroit. And actually I went there when I was a kid too. I've been to Brazil, yes, Rio and Sao Paulo. I love Mexico. It feels like it's a very familiar. It's strange. Mexico is foreign yet familiar to me, and I think that's why I enjoy going there so much. No song requests. Well, I'm new to Twitch, guys, so give me some time on all of those extras in the community. And if it's true Stream Elements just figured out how to work with Spotify, then I might be able to enable that. The problem with other languages on Twitch, it's not that people want to block the other languages. It's the fact that they don't have moderators who are able to translate those messages for them. So there could be people speaking other languages in another streamer's channel, and they could be spamming them. They can be talking crap. There's so many things that can happen, and you don't, as another, say this was happening to another streamer, you don't want people saying things that you don't understand and have it be a representation of your channel. It doesn't look good, especially, what if they're talking about terrible, unimaginable things. Like, you don't want that to be a representation of you. So again, luckily enough, I do have moderators who speak multiple languages. So for now, I can keep it like that, but not everybody can. So it's much easier for people to just put it on to English only. And then again, like, it's not to say that there are not foreign language Twitch channels, but if there's a Russian streamer, they're probably only going to have Russian and English in their language. If there's an Italian streamer, they're probably only going to have Italian and maybe English. You know what I mean? So it's all relative to who do those people have moderating for them? Are they able to translate the other languages? You tried to look up my music on Google and it wouldn't autocomplete what gives. This is a very interesting thing. And it's cool that somebody else is, and frustrating that somebody else is pointing this out. So, a good friend of mine told me about this. And I actually talked about this when I did have a podcast. A friend of mine said, hey, what the hell? I used to Google you and your name would drop down. And now when I Google you, or whatever, Bing you, when I look you up, it doesn't drop down. So this is something that all major search engines have changed in recent years, and it wasn't like that before. And I do think it's messed up and it's not fair. Also, because I can search the names of men who come from the adult industry and their names autocomplete. So that's some bull. So if you know somebody who works for somebody, hit me up. Pastori, send me a message, please. Is my shoulder strong enough to try parkour? No, definitely not. Do I prefer not to talk about the adult industry? It seems like a topic where few people have insight. Here's the thing, Twitch is an open community, so I don't want to make my channel an 18 and up channel just because a few people ask questions. So in the future, maybe I will do a sub only, like just chatting event, and then we can kind of make that an event. But for everyday streaming, I don't want to have to worry about that because I know that there are people coming in from all over the place and I don't want to limit myself. All right, what did I miss? Sky King, is it problematic if my vice is Irish whiskey? I like Irish whiskey. Prefer Scotch though. What's up, Crow Descends and everybody in Argentina, and fresh as a mitt, gifting that sub to Mind Controllers, and Death the Rager. Thank you for the sub, you guys. And I think the reason that a lot of streamers aren't going to rely or have their mods rely on Google Translate is because there's too many things that get lost in Google Translate. It's not always correct. And slang, come on, you guys. There's just too many things that will fall through the cracks. Te Amor, thank you for the sub. When you DJ playing music, what makes you going? I don't know what you mean exactly. What gets me into the groove? Just playing, man. Ooh, I just had an idea. I need to write that down. Actually, yeah, I don't want to put my channel on I don't want to limit myself, so there's no way I'm putting in a tag on it. That's ridiculous. It's not my fault if people have their own issues to deal with. And, you know, I'd rather put down the ban hammer if people can't respect my rules, my channel, my rules. You know what I mean? And I've seen channels that are not 18 and up who have far, far, far worse chats that if I had a kid, I would not want my kid looking at those chats and learning how to speak from those chats. So, again, not my problem if people have their own issues to deal with. I do. I have my specs. That's something I need to add to my commands list, so I'll get to that very soon. My favorite scotch. I'm a big fan of Islay scotches, so peaty, smoky scotches. I really like Ardbeg and I really like Oban. And Lagavulin. Actually, you know, I'm really liking Lagavulin a lot more these days than Oban. Do I have Greek offspring? I don't have any offspring. That is my other laptop. I do music on this side and everything else on this side. Excuse me. What's worse, rush hour traffic or being in line at the DMV? Well, I would think germs are worse, so I would rather be in rush hour traffic listening to my own music than being stuck in line at the DMV. That's weird. I don't think you meant offspring either. No, I've never tried DMT. Actually, yeah, I kind of have always had this setup though because it just makes my life easier. Will I ever visit Latin America? I have been to Latin America and I would definitely love to go back. Excuse me. That is my voice and that's the way remix. And we actually, Pig has a new album out, you guys. So the other song we just did, You've Lost That Loving Feeling, is also out and the album is out now. Check it out. I live in Los Angeles. And I DJ and I write things. All right. Boop, 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 boop. All right, so uh Into the Dark. Yes, I did play a DJ because I knew the director and they wanted a DJ, and I just said, "Can you just name check me then? Otherwise, why?" So it was very easy for me because it was one day. It was cool. I was going sucka sucka. I don't know why I was doing that. I just make, when you're working on things, you just start speaking to yourself. Would I ever consider a boob job? I'm not. Your name is I Snitch on Potheads. I was going to answer that. No, I'm not going to. Do you have plans for the future regarding your life in general? Well, think about that shit every day, man. Yes, I have plans for the future, but not everything goes according to plan in life, according to your plans in life. So you also can't let it overwhelm you. And that is something I have to remind myself and think about all of the time. And I do not have tattoos. Did somebody say what got me into DJing? I've made music for a long time, so that's how it started. And I have been collecting vinyl since I was a teenager. And I used to write a long time ago a lot about music. And so people were kind of putting all these things together. And I had a few bands ask me to open up for them as DJs through I think it was like my literary agent or something. And I was like, oh, DJ? Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I could probably do that. And I have a few friends who are DJs, so I asked them for a lot of advice, and they all laughed at me and said, no, you're never bringing your vinyl anywhere. Don't risk it. And they kind of told me, like, this is the general setup you should have. And then that's how I got into it. And then simultaneously, at the time, a little bit, maybe a little bit after that or around the same time, I was hosting at nightclubs. So nightclubs would bring me out to host an event and take pictures with fans and pictures for the club. And I was like, well, look, I really like music. Sorry, I'm like trying to read the chat and speak to you guys, but so I was also doing that, and I'd already had people reaching out to me to ask me to DJ. And so the more I did that, I was like, look, I actually want to DJ. Seems a lot more fun. And I started to, and I enjoyed it a lot more. It's Patrick AU. Patrick AU, thank you for the sub. And yes, going from vinyl to Serato with the laptop to pen drives. That is the future. OD Boyer, what's up? Thank you for the sub. And emotes. I have new emotes coming, and they're for subs only anyways. I am new to Twitch. All right, so I spent almost, not all day, but yesterday I tried to organize this setup a little bit, because I realized each time I came online playing games in here, this is kind of a mess, so I'm still kind of getting used to my setup. And I also, when I'm done, I want to be able to kind of like tear down my gaming setup and then keep it clean. And so I did that yesterday, got my monitors all set up right here, so it's a lot better than it was before. And what else? I'm still having problems with OBS, so switching over between scenes, it's giving me a lot of grief. It takes forever to switch over. So that's really annoying. Yes, tearing down my setup. I mean, just kind of putting everything away and being done with it, because I'm not on an actual PC, I'm on a laptop. So when I'm done, I want to be able to have my workspace reset and like work just with my main laptop instead. And what else? So I'm liking this setup. I got it a little bit more organized, which made me feel much less stressed. And I was looking into a USB hub switch, which I would like to have that way when I have my chat window open over here and my game here, I don't have to do this and go out of frame, to type into chat if I need to type something to you guys. And ooh, like for that example, somebody sent me a message because I forgot to change my commands that have my old stream name. So I have to fix that. Thank you, Scotsman. KVM switch, that's the name. Exactly. Good night, Sir Duke. So I'm looking into that, but all of these KVM switches that I've looked at, they all market themselves as not being, this camera, of being USB powered, and I would really like something that I can plug into a wall. They're just more reliable, and I'm also on a laptop. I'm not on a full setup yet, so if any of you know something like that I can switch between two computers that has DC power, that would be awesome. I haven't found it yet. I only spent like 10 minutes looking, and then I got annoyed. All right, give me a second. I did not expect to keep in the just chatting category for this long. Mm, isn't it easier to share a mouse and a keyboard between two computers? But yes, how do you share it? You need a device. Triple 85, what's up? Thanks for the sub. Welcome, welcome. There's software. I don't want to install any software though. I don't want to put anything else on my computers. So that's the dilemma. Minovsky Flight, what's up? Thank you for the sub. So yeah, there is a switch that makes it really easy to share the keyboard and the mouse. But again, a lot of them are not DC powered. So I would like to have them DC powered. Cooper, thank you. Thank you for the sub. Mr. Murdoch, good to see you in here. You're starting your PC build tomorrow. So if you ever do games with subs, I'd love to do League with you. Yes, I will definitely be doing games with subs in the future. Pop that, baby maker. Thank you for the sub. It definitely is Mrs. Doubtfire. All right, so what's my uptime, you guys? I got really distracted. Whoa, it's been 2 hours? Dang. Joe Fish 5, what's up? Thank you for the sub. Okay, yes. But let's see, Stuart. No. Okay. I'm looking this up, but again, does it have power to it? Because that's what I want. So, thank you for that. I'll look it up. Why not now? Why not now? And no, it is not DC powered from the look of it. Please use standard DC 5-volt USB power adapter not included in the package, sold separately. Any charger with higher voltage output is not allowed. It might affect the product performance. Awesome. Thank you. I hope at the bottom they're going to have a link to buy that extra thing, but this is exactly what I needed. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. See? Community coming together. Favorite movies and series. Movies, that's too difficult. But I love movies. Favorite series. Let's see. In recent times, of course, Game of Thrones is a big one, and I loved it. That's done. Stranger Things, Atlanta, The OA. The OA is insane. Barry's pretty funny. Oh, Fleabag. Fleabag. I have to meet this woman. Phoebe Waller-Bridge. She's so good. She's so good. So, those are just a few things or series that I have really enjoyed lately. Kalaja, thank you for the sub. I didn't get into Westworld. Like it or love it, that's right. So my best friend just sent me something. Let me see. Oh, she just said, I will forever think of you every time I listen to I Wish You Were Here. That's sweet. All right, you guys. So I am going to log off. I really wanted to stay on a little bit longer today, but I got started a little bit late. Because I was messing with this new setup. But I'm feeling pretty good. And now I can get that switch, which is super cool. Excited to figure that out so I can keep everything right here and not get so distracted. And yes. Since I really have not taken a day off in over a month, I'm not sure if I will be online over the weekend. I might, though. It's very possible. And if not this weekend, I will definitely be on Monday for sure. So make sure you have your notifications turned on to see when I go live next. And if you're following me on social media, I also post a few minutes before going live. So I'll send you guys the commands for that. Boom. Thank you, Van Hotter Krieger. How long does it take to boil an egg? 7.5 minutes is the perfect boiled egg. So, well, I really wanted to play today, guys. I even set this up. I'm so annoyed. Oh, another funny story. I'll leave it to you. This is what another thing that happened. Fluffy, who helps me out with some of my overlays, and I had a hilarious day figuring out something that I was doing wrong, and it was so stupid. But look, I'll just show you guys really quick since we're signing off anyways. Boom. It's going to take forever. Anyways, it's not going to come back. See? All right, so I switched back, but that overlay we were working out so it could work for League of Legends, which I was going to stream. But anyways, you see what happened there? The screen went black and the webcam didn't come up. That's OBS, motherfuckers, and it's so frustrating. So the camera needs to switch. It needs to be automatic. And so what would have happened right there? I would have had to actually go into my sources and trick it to recognizing the camera again. And somebody did ask, do I have too many scenes? don't have too many scenes, so that's not what's causing it. But there was somebody, and I hope I didn't miss it. Yes, thank you. 1 second. Good timing, Scotsman. All right, let me check something out before I let you guys go. Possible raid. Let's possibly do a raid. Ugh. No, no, no. Okay, so, you know what? Who we can raid? And let me just make sure that I get it right, because we had a funny thing happen a couple weeks ago. I did a typo when I was trying to raid somebody. So let me see if he's online. Yes, okay. So I like this dude's channel. He's doing some pretty cool stuff. So you guys want to do a raid? Show a little love. Let's see if I can do it properly this time. All right, give me my chat. Give me my chat. All right. So this guy's hitchhiking through Japan. Pretty cool. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to all the new subs and to the moderators, as always. Have a good weekend, everybody. Again, I'm not sure if I'll be online Saturday or Sunday, but definitely Monday. Make sure you have your notifications turned on, and I will be back. Almost there, you guys. Yes. All right, you guys. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get it up a little more. Come on. 880. 881. 883. 885. 888. That's a cool number. All right. Let's do it. Bye.